like. Meatloaf Bailey, what a PR stunt. Look at me, guys. Yeah, I would do anything for pound notes. And I'm going to sit in a restaurant, and I'm going to look like, oh, I'm proper CHELS, and I love Chelsea, and this is all on Siri Merchant at Barley. What a load of bollocks.
Cucucucurea, se come una paella. Cucucucurea, se bebe una estrella. Jala, tiembla, que viene el cucurea. Jala, tiembla, toma una galleta.
To get money from agents to publish information is not legal for a journalist. After 1 second, find one proof and I will deactivate my account.
Fab, I think you're taking this a bit to heart, honestly.
No, it's not too hard. It's too hard because you are on your fucking sofa just using my name and attacking me from your Twitter account with no face, no name and nothing. Just joking on me.
Yeah.
It's not too hard for me because I'm working and I don't like to go on Twitter and see the shit you're putting.
Okay.
So it could be too hard for you, not for me. I'm working and I don't want someone else to come in and joke on my news. You can joke about it. It's fine. It's humor. It's okay. But joke, not say that I'm getting money. Because I'm not getting any fucking money from the agents of any player. So joke whatever you want, do humor on me, on my name, or whatever you want.
I'll make it clear. I'll make it clear.
Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
This is not CHELS!
So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone's doing well, winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to pieces that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. They're too low. Let's get them up now. So while you're at it, smash that like button. If you haven't hit the subscribe button as well, make sure you smash that. And we got the notification bell, ding dong, so have it right. So you know when we go live on the Minerals FC. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership, which is pinned at the top of the live chat and down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras, all the proper Chels. Respect to everyone. And we're just going to go straight into it. But do smash that like button. First and foremost, let's just say it as it is. You know what I'm saying? It's Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 1. A game of two halves, pretty much. And I would say in the first half, we should have killed them. We should have taken our chances. We had Cole Palmer with a chance. We had Madueke with 2 chances. Madueke's gone from bagging a hat-trick to firing blanks. We had, who else was there? I think Cole Palmer had 2 chances. And we had, obviously, the goal itself, which doesn't come from possession-based football. It comes from counter-attacking football. And it was lovely. It was a lovely goal, you know, quick transition, a lot of pace. And Palmer on the outside of his left foot, bang, squares it across. And you got Jackson there to literally do a Fabrizio Romano tap in merchantry. And that's what it was. And then he give it all this, you know, celebration, like he's a gunman now. He's our gunman. Well, he's our gunman now, isn't he? Because these clowns wanted a penny pinch and not pay Osimhen the wages to bring him and bring us an elite striker, a real killer up front. The only reason he's doing those gun signs, is because he's just bagged a 2-year extension on his contract, which is laughable, bruv. It's absolutely laughable. I'll be real, you know. What has he done to deserve a 2-year extension? Well, that's part of the Clown Lake model, isn't it? You know, extend the contracts, spread the payments, and when we sell them, we're in a strong negotiation position where we can demand a certain transfer fee. When they're in demand, they developed. And that's the way it was. So we went in 1-0. But Crystal Palace had a chance, maybe a couple. We nullified them, really. I mean, it was like, they were low blocking. I think that was their game. and we couldn't really break them down. So it took the counter attack to actually dissect and get the 1-0. So yeah, I thought personally, after we got that first goal, I thought, yeah, let's steamroll them. Why? Why do I say that? Because Crystal Palace's record, especially at Stamford Bridge, is probably the worst record of any Premier League club in history. If you actually go and do the research, Crystal Palace's record at Stamford Bridge is an absolute shambles. In fact, the last time that they drew with us at our ground was in 1995. 1995 was the last time they drew at our ground. So that just puts into context what we're playing against here. Because sometimes there is heritage. There is something called, when we play the Spursy, doesn't matter how bad we play, we beat them. It doesn't matter how much they're in form and we're out of form, we'll beat them. It's the same with Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is literally like, it should be a 3-pointer, should be a 3-pointer. So we go into the second half, and we all know the team. Do you want me to go through the team? And we all know the team. The lineup was pretty obvious. We started with Neto this time instead of Mudryk. Jackson, Madueke, Palmer, Caicedo, Enzo, Fofana, Colwill, Gusto, who was inverting Cucurella, so have it right, who loves an Estrella, and then Sanchez in goal. But he brought on, took off Neto second half, wanted an instant impact, and brought on João Felix, which I thought was a bit of a weird one, because João Felix, like I say to everyone, his best position is a number 10. He put him on the left wing. So I'm going to get into that, and you're going to understand why I'm saying that. But let's before we do that, smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating too good that I get dehydrated all the time. It's just a madness, bro. So forgive me. You know what I'm saying? So second half, and it just turns. It absolutely turns, and you see Crystal Palace pressing from the front. You see, because in the first half, they didn't really do that. We didn't really allow them to do it. But my concern with us is we don't have any killers. So in that first half, if you're not relying on Cole Palmer, then who are you relying on to be a killer? Because normally Cole Palmer, probably on another day, is getting a goal. He's bagged an assist. Jackson's got his goal. But I think, and also Madueke, if you don't take your chances, when it's 1-0 and you're going in the second half, anything's possible. This is the Premier League. That's the beauty of the Premier League. You can never take it for granted. Gone are the days of Chelsea where we can just win 1-0s all the time. Because, we had Jose Mourinho in an elite team where we conceded 15 goals in one season, and that record still ain't been broken. So have it right, and it never will be broken. Not even Man City can break it. So have it right. Well, we haven't got that team no more. Yeah. And like I always say, we have no killers. We've got a nice attack. We've got something going. The midfield is questionable again, and the defense is for me is nowhere near good enough, along with the goalkeeper. So we haven't addressed any of these issues. So I'm sorry to tell you, these issues will continue throughout this season. No shit. What a surprise! What a surprise that is. But going in the second half, Crystal Palace pressed their two front men pressing, allowed their midfield. And they didn't sit back as much, but they were playing a back five. So their wing backs were getting up. And they were all about countering, really, soaking up a bit of pressure from us, low blocking us. And Chelsea have always struggled with low blocks. But don't worry, all the melts in the fan base, they said, we're gonna deal with low blocks. We've got a possession-based manager now. We've got João Felix. We've got Cole Palmer, we've got Nkunku, Madueke, we've got all these ballers. Neto, we're going to break down low blocks, and we're going to play intricate stuff, and we're going to be fine, absolutely fine. Well, it wasn't the case this second half. We couldn't break down anything, bruv. Yeah, you've got to be able to have some sort of different game plan when teams want to low block you. Because let's have it right. Crystal Palace, by the way, have had a shocker at the start of the season. All right, I don't think they've won a single game. So they're going into this game very vulnerable. So they are going to low block, being 1-0 down. And what happens? They hit us on a counter. They break through the lines, Decore takes a shot, gets deflected, I think, off, is it Fofana or Casado? If it was Casado, deflected off him, and it lands to Eze. Their main threat in their entire team was Eze. And we kind of nullified him in the first half. Second half, it lands on him. World-class finish. I mean, you could really come at Sanchez and say he should save that. Maybe a world-class keeper does actually get fingertips to it and maybe does save it. But he had no chance, bro. He's not world-class. So, I mean, that shot was just like, it was a class goal. And 1-1. Changed the dynamics. Crystal Palace started to take control. They looked more confident. And you felt like they were more likely to go and get the next goal than we were. And then Enzo Mascara, he has gusto, get hammy after making a last-ditch challenge. Another injury to our only right-back right now, which I think Reece James will come back after international break because we've had 3 games. So his suspensions come to an end. Reece James will come back. Very lucky there. But what did Enzo Mascara do instead of replacing? Well, he hasn't got a right back. He hasn't got a right back to play. He could have brought on a Disasi to play maybe a back 3. He didn't go for that. So he made Casado slot into that right back position. And at times you had Casado then inverting, which meant Enzo Fernandez was playing centre back role. If you saw how deep he was, bro. And in that second half, Cole Palmer wasn't getting any joy. In fact, he was getting doubled up all the time. He was losing the ball a lot. He didn't have a very good game today. And that's credit to Crystal Palace where they nullified him. And he couldn't get into those pockets like he did in the first half where we got a couple chances, you know. I think it was our first chance we had with Cole Palmer. He got in between the midfield and the defence and he had a crack at goal. Normally on a day, he probably bags that. But Cole Palmer was nullified and he was getting ganged up on. They kept nicking the ball off him. Or if he did get the ball, what's he doing? He's doing a Harry Kane for England. He's nutting. He's going so far deep, he's nutting his misses. Like he's nutting his misses. Let's have it right. That's how far deep Cole Palmer was playing. He was basically in the defensive line at some point. You had even Fofana inverting it in times, bruv. You know? All these players, you're playing them out of position. Enzo, that's not his position. He's not a deep line player as far as I'm concerned. Casado, yes, he played against Arsenal where they beat Arsenal at the Emirates and he played right back, but he's not a right back. He's not really an inverting right back. So again, you're playing a player whose best job is in the middle of the park on the right back because of an injury, because of the lack of quality in your squad and profile players. And let's have it right. What he could have done was brought on Chilwell on the left and put Cucurella on the right, if anything. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to do that. And then have Cucurella inverting on the right-hand side. Why not? Why not? It's Crystal Palace for crying out loud. It's not like this is a top team we're playing and we're at home. So we should be able to find solutions. So he was trying lots of things. He then brought on Mudryk as well and took off Madueke. Madueke again, second half, didn't do it. No one was doing it. When Felix came on, all you Felix stands, he did absolutely nothing for the entire game, apart from a bit of twinkle toes, passed a couple players, and was selfish. He went for a shot which was like limp and lackluster when he could have just played Nkunku through. And sometimes, why is that? Because there's no chemistry yet. There's no consistency. If you notice with Enzo Mascara, he keeps changing like for like players and positions. So, because that's all he's got. How many wingers has he got? How many number 10s has he got? And they all can't play number 10. They all can't play on the wing. So that's just down to recruitment. That is it. And unfortunately, you're going to have to just try your luck and like for like trades of players and substitutions. And it's not enough. It's just not enough. And all you got is Nicholas Jackson to play for that whole 98 minutes or whatever. I think we had 8 minutes injury time. 98 minutes. You don't have another striker bring on. You don't have any backup, nothing. You didn't want to go for a false 9. So, you know, we're rigid. We haven't really got any solutions. I thought we were quite weak in the second half. We're not physical. We're inconsistent. Our pressing wasn't good. You allowed Crystal Palace to play. I mean, they could have won the game. They could have won the game. As simple as that. And what was scary to me was Mr. Sloshpot Jackson. Let's have it right. He's meant to be a gunman. Yeah? When he had the chance in the 93rd minute to win the game, one-on-one, he fluffs his lines. This is why you pay the money and get Osimhen. This is why you should have got Osimhen or a Gyökeres or an Ivan Toney. Put them in those positions. They're more complete. They're more calmer in these situations so that they can just bury the chances. He's too erratic. He had all right game, Jackson, in the first half. Second half, nah, bruv. You know, and most of the players in the second half. Enzo was a shambles all game. He was pants, and this guy's captain. You know, it's honestly, it's a shambles, bruv. Sanchez fumbled quite a few times, right? And we were very fortunate that Crystal Palace didn't get that second goal. And I think if they went 2-1 up, they're sharp shot, and it'll be even deeper than the low block they were playing, and we wouldn't have found a way to draw the game. And that's a worry for me because, like I said to everyone, this Crystal Palace team, we should be absolutely steamrolling them, bro. These are the teams you're meant to beat at home to make sure you have a chance to get in top four. How are you expecting to get top four if you can't even beat at home a Crystal Palace that has the worst record against you, heritage-wise? You can't do it because you don't take your chances. And that's a story of Clown Lake's Chelsea. This is their byproduct of when you buy too much inexperience, when you don't buy enough generals and leaders. And you can't even say it's like our Roman era teams where we might drop points at home and we just didn't turn up. But we're always winning, bruv. Like, irrespective, Chelsea would always be winning games. So you can have an off day here and there. It happens. Even City get it when you're up there on those levels. We're having it too consistently. This is the same byproduct of last season and the season before. And that's down to recruitment policy. And that's down to spending. Let's have it right. They have spent £1.5 billion in 5 transfer windows. Yeah. And this is a squad we got. And you still haven't addressed the goalkeeper. You haven't replaced Thiago Silva or Trev Chalobah for all I care. Yeah. All right. You still haven't addressed the midfield. You've let Ugochukwu go on loan when I think we could have needed him, to be honest. I think we could have done with him in the middle of the park. He's a destroyer. He sits. He's got good progressive play. He's doing all right where he is. And he looks like he's got something about him. And he showed it in pre-season. Maybe he should have kept him. So we got just something a bit different to just Enzo Casado. And don't forget, these clowns sold Conor Gallagher for the pound note. We could have done with Conor in the midfield, his energy and pressing. I don't think Crystal Palace would have got out and had any time to breathe in their midfield, because if you saw, they were winning the 50-50s, they were getting the second balls, and they were picking us and getting in pockets and breaking through the lines. And as the same old story, our back line was getting exposed. The midfield is not strong enough. It's not good enough. Doesn't have enough control. And if you are going to create chances, we're not taking them, which goes to the point of you haven't bought a killer up front and an elite striker to just bury chances, bro, or to occupy Crystal Palace defences. Look at what Haaland did. He scored back-to-back hat-tricks, this guy, yeah? All right, look at what he does. It's not just him with the ball and having chances. It's what he gives to your team when he hasn't got the ball. What he makes the oppositions, how they think. They're in fear of him. They have to watch him and they have to be very careful. And he's physical and he's got a football brain. We haven't got that up front. Jackson is not. He's not really an outright out and out number 9, and he's not a winger. It's like he's an in-betweener. That's not good enough. It's almost like he's a false 9. But this guy can't finish, bruv. He's not killer instinct. So John Obi Mikel ain't wrong. So he wants to give it all this and say, John Obi Mikel, shut your mouth, you're talking shit. You know, he's not. Because if he wasn't, if you want to prove him right, Jackson, you should have scored in that 93rd minute and we'd be winning the game with 3 points and going, we got away with it. But we don't care because we've got 3 points. Now we've dropped 2 points. We've played 3 games. We've won 1, lost 1 and drawn 1. It's not good enough. And look who we've played, a Man City. And everyone's going, Chelsea are back. Chelsea are back after Wolves. Well, what's happened since we played that Wolves that are just decimated, toothless, and they still managed to score 2 goals against us, right? What happened? What happened? I'll tell you, we lost to the part-timers in the Conference League, Servette, who served us up real nice, even though we got through on 1 goal in aggregate. They scored more open play goals than we did in those 2 legs. Let's have it right. And then we've lost that, and now we've drawn and dropped points against Crystal Palace. How are Chelsea back, you melts? Why do you have to go ahead of yourselves? Why do you have to overhype mediocrity? Because this is overhyping mediocrity. Let's have it right. You can say there's moments in the game, but you can't have moments in the game in the Premier League. Premier League game is a 90-minute game. You can't just turn up for 40 minutes in the first half, think you can try and kill the game, because potentially we could have been 3-0 up in the first half, or maybe a 3-1, all right? And the game's dead and you're in control. You're not going to get those opportunities. And I'm going to call it out for what it is, right? Because this is a byproduct of the recruitment, yeah? The recruitment strategy, we all know what it is. I don't need to explain it, yeah? Kindergarten FC, low wage structure, all that, yeah? But it's the ownership, Siri Merchant, Kerry Stanley, Stuart Little, the directors, they go out and buy the players, and the coach has to train them, get a system right, and field them. Well, do you know what this team is? When I look at Chelsea right now, this team is a counter-attacking team. We play the best football and we look the most dangerous when we are countering. Anytime we're playing possession-based football, we ain't got it. We haven't got the minerals. We don't have the right profile players. Like, we don't have an Osimhen like Haaland. We don't have a Haaland and like having an Osimhen, you know? We don't have a Rodri to pull the strings in possession. We just don't have that Bernardo Silva. You could say Bernardo Silva maybe he's a Cole Palmer-ish type player or a João Felix, but they're not that levels yet. And I look at the midfield and I just think, no, it's not. The defense ain't good enough. The goalkeeper ain't good enough. So when we're in possession, we're not killer enough. We're not killer instinct, but we're killers on counter-attacking, which is how we scored the goal. Isn't that funny? That this they've hired a possession-based gaffer who knows with the profile players he's got, we are more dangerous on the counter-attack. Hence why when we played Wolves, we were threatening them on the counter. When we went ahead, they had to come at us. And the moment they came at us, we were hitting them and killing them. That's the only way we're going to steamroll teams is on counter-attacking football. If it's possession-based football, it ain't happening. Because they'll low block us. And most teams are going to look at low blocking. Now, Cole Palmer, when he doesn't perform or he doesn't land the minerals and give the goods, the whole team ain't ticking. And that's my main concern is we've got João Felix, Neto, Mudryk, Nkunku, Madueke, Jackson, and you're basically still heavily relying upon Cole Palmer, bruv. And this is it. This is a story of Chelsea Football Club under these clowns. So I expect inconsistency. It's going to be inconsistent because this team is inconsistent. They tick off. Look, this team is not a top 4 team. It's just not. As much as you think the attack is great, in transfer deadline day, you penny pinch with Osimhen, and you lost out when no one else was going in for him. No one wanted Jadon Sancho. No one wanted João Felix. No one wanted Osimhen, and you got 2 out of the 3. And who wanted Neto? What top 6 team actually wanted Neto? Probably because of his injury record. So you've had a clean run on all of these players, and the most important position when you're going in the market is a striker, and you didn't get that over the line. It's criminal. It's a sackable offence. The directors should be sacked. Well backdated. They should be sacked. They should be sacked for that. Yeah, and the ownership are a disgrace for not bringing in Osimhen. It's an absolute disgrace. You could have got a Duran who looks like he's doing something, all right, but give Jackson competition. Now he knows he's the main guy. That's why he's giving it big into Mikel and trying to take the piss out of our legend. You know, this is where we are now. We got no transfer window open now. No more PIP mills are flying about. Oh, we're looking at this player and that player to mask results. This result is a bad result today. And we shouldn't be drawing against Crystal Palace. And that's a fact. End of story. Yeah? That was dross. You know? Absolute dross. And our transitions in defensive phases, I'm worried about. Against top teams, we're going to get punished. We will get punished. You know? So, I only see it this way. And I'm not going to, it's not like I'm coming at the players or anything, but I'm highlighting where our deficiencies are and how it's going to be a detriment and it's going to hurt players like Cole Palmer, players like Felix and Neto, who You can't play them all. You got Jadon Sancho, you got Siri Merchant being photographed like he's the big daddy, yeah, because he's pulling all the strings at Clown Lake. Let's have it right. He's the puppeteer, puppet master, yeah. All right. He's got Jadon Sancho next to him, and he's all with his cup of coffee. He ain't even got a Starbucks, brother. Let's have it right, because he's a long way from Starbucks. And he's smiling. It's all PR with Jadon Sancho, and we've just taken a burden off Manchester United by signing this player for 25 million and paying majority of his wages. Great, well done, fantastic, great deal. Another winger, where's he going to play? You know, predominantly on the left, or he's a 10. He ain't getting over Cole Palmer. You know what I'm saying? And is he getting over Neto? You know, all about Felix, bruv. You got Nkunku, Madueke. You're stockpiling in positions that are not a priority right now. We've got enough decent quality there. We still got Mudryk there as well, who was all right when he came on. He looked like he wanted to attack. He played that ball to Jackson, where he fluffed his lines, giving it all to Gunman. He's firing blanks, like Madueke fired blanks today. You know? They give it all to Big Un, but when it comes to the crunch, when it comes to the being a killer and taking chances, they don't do it. But let's have it right. Siri Merchant's sitting there laughing and smiling away with Jadon Sancho. What's he telling? I'll tell you what he's saying. We penny pinched with Osimhen and we borrowed that deal because we didn't want to break our wage structure. We said, fuck getting world-class defenders and sorting out the midfield. We rewarded our Enzo Fernandez, our star boy, the captaincy, and playing him every game, forcing Enzo to play him every game because, you know, we're rewarding him because he was outright racist, and we don't care. We don't care because we paid 105 million for this guy on an 9-year deal. Yeah. We've also stripped the entire carbon for pure profit. We haven't signed an elite goal scorer. We haven't signed any elite goalkeeper. You know, we're good with Sanchez. He was third choice at Seagull Merchants. We love the Seagull Merchants. And yeah, this is Clown Lake, Jadon. This is Clown Lake. Welcome to Clown Lake, Jadon. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what he's saying. Yeah. Because it's embarrassing. It's outright embarrassing. And do you know what winds me up even more? Yeah. All right. Is this manager at Crystal Palace, he tweaked it second half tactically, and he outdone Enzo Mascara. And because of one injury with Gusto, he wanted to be creative. And it wasn't what we needed, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I just think, like, you go, he's not rigid. People are saying Enzo Mascara is not rigid, but listen, he wants to play one way. And the most potent we are is on counter-attacking football, which tells me we are not a possession-based football. Our DNA at Chelsea has always been counter-attack, kill them off, bruv. Solid, world-class defense goalkeeper, build from the back, have your sitter in front, yeah, and let your gunman just shoot, bruv, and score. You understand me? This is what rattles me the most, yeah. So make sure you smash that like button, all right? After the game, it is well documented that Siri Merchant has come out of the dressing room. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. And this is the problem we got. I was the first platform to tell everyone that these clowns were going in and out of the dressing room, dictating team lineups, dictating and going in before the game. At half-time, Bowley wanted to go in there and egg Barley. And after the game, they're always in and out of the dressing room. That's the Moneyball American way. That's their culture, but it's not the culture in English football. None of the owners at Man City go into dressing room hardly ever attend games. The Glazers don't even do it. Yeah, and the Glazers are deemed the worst owners in football. These are the worst owners in football. Let's have it right, Siri Merchant, Ekbali, my son. Yeah, because you're an absolute disgrace. You're the biggest joker in world football. Yeah, you've been going in and out of dressing room along with the three-ring circus of you clown lakes for over 2 years now. Yeah, it don't make a difference, mate. It doesn't have any effect. I don't know why you bother doing it. It's like you ain't no Don Roman to go in there and have shockwaves and fire in the dressing room, bruv. You know what I'm saying? And that elite mentality. You ain't got that. It's worthless. It's got no substance. It's got no meaning. It doesn't have no clout, bruv. So stop going in that dressing room. You're undermining your coach, which is a coach. He's not a gaffer, all right, who's giving it all the yes man spill after the game. And this is what I want to go into now. This absolutely rattled me, guys. Yeah, this absolutely rattled me. This is a joke, mate. What he said. Yeah, let me get it up. Let me get it up, and make sure you smash that like button. Yeah, I want everyone to smash the like button. Let's get it up. And if you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. First of all, he says, Maresca on the club failing to sign a striker. He says, we wanted players, but a player we decide. It has to be on our conditions. If a player is not here, it was not on our conditions. We will see in January. It went on your conditions to play Osimhen 300 grand a week because it doesn't fit your wage, your 150 cap. Facts. Facts. You were telling us you're going for Duran all start of the season. You're telling us you're going to go for Ivan Toney, even done a medical with him, had it all set up. Nah, what are we doing here? So Osimhen was the only guy. You had a whole summer to do the Osimhen deal. You left it transfer deadline day to lowball the geezer because he knows he's got no chance of playing any football. And he still said no to you lot. He still rejected your contract and his agent because you really took the piss, offering him a bonus incentive wage structure where we're not even guaranteed to get Champions League football, which is the main reason Osimhen wasn't convinced with joining Chelsea in the first place, which you had all this time to convince him. And there was not one other club apart from a unknown Saudi league club going in for him, paying tenfold, 500 grand a week, and he still rejected that. 500 grand a week, tax-free, rejected that. And you still couldn't get the deal done because it doesn't fit your terms. So you get your yes man to give it all the PR, yeah? That's the excuse why we didn't sign a striker. When he said he wants a striker and he wants a defender and he wants a goalkeeper, yeah? And this is the icing on the cake for me. This is the icing on the cake. He says, Enzo Maresca, yeah? Probably one thing that has to be clear. Chelsea 3 years ago won the Champions League, but now it's not that kind of Chelsea. So now sometimes if you don't win, it is normal. Yeah, let's be clear, Enzo. Let's be clear, mate. Yeah, that doesn't wash with supporters. It might do with all these wrong-uns in the fan base, all these platforms that are promoting mediocrity, literally sucking off Clown Lake left, right, and centre because they're all bought and they won't speak the true narrative. But let's have it. Let's make it crystal clear for you, son. Yeah? Chelsea, you're right. We were champions of Europe and champions of the world before these clowns took over. When they took over, we were Club World Cup champions. We were top four, bruv. Yeah? All right? And where are we now after 1.5 billion spent? You have decimated, gutted out everything Cobham, all our Cobham DNA, all our Chelsea DNA, everything Roman. Everything's gone. Our Champions League winning team, all the experience, all the generals, all legends that won Champions League. All right, all our players have won it. Yeah, that's all been stripped. You stripped all our real estate. You've spunked on a kindergarten, unproven players that you're loaning out, selling, and they had the cheek to go Washington. Oh, we believe in him. He's going to be a Chelsea player. He's going to come back. But that's why you tried to sell him to Strasbourg, your own club. What? Who are you kidding, bruv? Backtracking, man. You're inverted, man. You're all inverted, you clowns. Yeah. Don't give me all this nonsense that we're gonna lose games now. Like it's all defeatist mentality, because that is the mentality of Clown Lake, and this fan base has allowed it. You have allowed it to happen. You have allowed it to get this bad. Where we're in our third season, and it's all this PR of inverted possession-based football, horizontal verticals. We're going to build for sustainability and long-term success, and you can't even do it for 2 years. Your project is, you're starting from scratch. This is the third time you're starting from scratch with your project because you don't know what your project is. Your project is to make money, and you're doing that. But you're fobbing off all the supporters in making them believe that there is a project when there ain't a project. There's no trust the process, mate. There is no trust the process. Yeah? It's trust the protest. And that's the only thing we can do. How much more do you want to go on with this nonsense, bruv? And I ain't going to stop until our standards are met, until we are consistent, until we are winning trophies. And I'm not talking about an FA Cup, Carabao Cup, or even a Conference League. I'm talking about winning Champions League, Premier Leagues, mate. Yeah, I'm not going to stop. It's not enough. This guy is outright saying for sure we're going to concede goals. We're going to concede a lot of goals. He said that during pre-season. He's now saying, let's be clear, we're not Chelsea. Yeah, stating the obvious that Clown Lake have destroyed our football club to rebuild it. For what reason? All you had to do was build upon it, improve it, improve what your foundations are. No, gut it our way. And now we are average. We are. Bar Cole Palmer, bruv, and a few other players. What are we doing here? Let's be real. What are we looking at here? You think that whole defense is elite, yeah? You think that goalkeeper is elite, do you? Do you think you can go for a whole Premier League season with that defense, and the backup to that defense is Disasi Badishile, by the way, and Tozin? Tozin's meant to be Enzo Mascara's guy, yet he ain't playing any minutes. Why? Why is he not playing any minutes? I thought he was a ball-playing centre-back. We got injuries coming our way, for sure. There's going to be injuries to Gusto, Reece James, Cucurella, Chilwell. He's going to be forced to play Chilwell. Let's have it right. I guarantee you it's going to come a point in the season, he's going to have to play Chilwell. He's going to have to eat humble pie and go, we're going to give minutes to Chilwell. After giving it all the big un, you've got to go and find minutes elsewhere because you can get this one off the books. Yeah? It's embarrassing from top to bottom, mate. And you can't pave over this. There's no more PR hype in transfers. There's nothing to mask it now. You can't mask it. We were meant to be looking at Chiesa. No, Liverpool got gone. Liverpool are looking like they can challenge for the Premier League. Liverpool at the moment, injury-free, playing a system that suits the players under that manager, adapting well. They got killers up front. They got Van Dijk. They got experience. They got winning. They got Alisson in goalkeeper. They've got MacArthur. They got McAllister. They got Sabloska. They got a nice blend in the midfield, and they got options up front. And they decimated Man United today. Absolutely decimated them because Casemiro thinks he's in the Doner kebab shop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Serving chili sauce and chips and pita. You know, because he's done out here. His legs are done. But the bottom line is this: look at Liverpool. Look how much they spent. They ain't spent hardly anything, and yet they're looking like they can compete. It's about the model. It's about letting the professionals do their job, bruv. Yeah? Yeah? You know what I'm saying? It is MacArthur in the middle of the park. It's MacArthur, bruv. Yeah? MacArthur Park, bruv. I saved the little girl. MacArthur Park. Yeah? We need to save our Chelsea, bruv. Because at the moment, all the Chelsea supporters are in that bathtub in training day about to get sliced and diced. Do you understand me? Because all the PR Happy Meals and the brown envelopes are having a field day. Yeah? But we got to save our Chelsea, bruv. We got to save our Chelsea. So when Enzo Mascara wants to give it all this talk, this is where I can't stand it and I won't tolerate it. Yeah? It's bullshit yes man tax. I haven't got time for it. You ain't got time for it. Now, I don't even blame you. I don't even blame Enzo because he's not really been backed. So it goes back to my point is you want a possession-based manager, Pep brand so-called DNA, yeah? You want to play his brand of football, yet you're not buying the players he wants. You now got Jadon Sancho coming in, bruv. All right, cool. He's got a kick. He's got to land it. All the players, let's put it into context, yeah? Sancho, surplus to requirements of Man United, desperate to get off the books because he's falling out with Ten Hag. Yeah, facts. He's on 300 grand a week. They want to get that money off the book. They want a load of wage structure. All right? And he's problematic. He's a sulker. He's a moaner and this and that. And he hasn't actually lived up to when he was going up for Golden Boy. And he finished second to João Felix in Golden Boy. Another one. Both players, surplus to requirements at their football clubs, want to get off the books. All right, they need a club. Well, Chelsea and Clown Lake is a perfect mix, a perfect match. That's why they signed them. No other clubs were going in for them. No one else. They're coming to Chelsea to revive their career, and that worries me. That worries me because it's not like you're buying a player because you go, he fits our system, he fits what the manager wants, he fits the model. No, you're just trying to buy some names to keep the supporters happy, because you've been buying unproven, unknown players ever since you walked into this football club. And then you had a free run on Osimhen, you couldn't get that done. And this is my point. If why wasn't Man City after Felix, argument's sake, or Neto or Jadon Sancho? Pep Guardiola knew Sancho was a problematic player in youth, and that's why he let him go. Geniuses know. They know the game, and they know players. And he knew he's a bad egg. He went to United, done nothing. His record speaks and backs that statement that he didn't do anything. So he's got to land the minerals at Chelsea. Otherwise, he's going to be cashing in on his next what? What's he going to be on? 6-year contract. João Felix signed for Chelsea because he's on a 6 + 1 year deal. Who's going to offer that these days? And he's on decent wages. They haven't disclosed the wages of João Felix, but I bet you they're high. I bet you they're high. And let's have it right. We got, in moments of this game, outplayed by Crystal Palace at home, who've got the worst record at Chelsea. There you go. That's what we are now. So what's everyone getting excited about? All you wrong'uns that were coming out saying Chelsea are back and got all excited with the hopamine, yeah? The hopium of battering Wolves like fish and chips. Well, we almost got battered like fish and chips today at home. And whether you like it or not, Mark Guy, the captain, the way he managed the when he got injured or he faked an injury, delayed it, frustrated us. We were all booing him. We were all fucking coming at him. Yeah. Just killing off the game, taking the sting out of the game. That's what leaders do. They know what to do. They know when the right times to do it. And they're holding on for dear life for a point because they know the record at Chelsea absolutely stinks like slosh pot wet. And Jackson's relationship. You understand me? Right? Let me remind you, Mark Gray is going to be partnered with Trev Chalobah for Crystal Palace. Yeah? That's a better partnership than what we got at our football club. 1.5 billion spent. Let that sink in. Drink them damn minerals in. Yeah? Drink them in. Drink them in. And they didn't even have Michael Elise, bruv. Imagine if they had Elise playing in that game. They had that new, is it Kamada his name? That new winger who, let's have it right, he should have, I think it was Neto got a yellow card and he had he made 3 fouls, didn't get any yellows. I think he eventually got one, you know. And there was another, who's the guy in the midfield? Blondie. He should have been sent off. Fouled Cole Palmer, sort of collided into him. That would have been his second yellow. He would have got sent off. Just have it right. He said, I'm just landing facts tonight. Facts. The ref was poor. You're right. Hughes, that's it. Hughes. Yeah. Hughes. You know, I don't even know these players at Crystal Palace. Hardly any of them, bruv, because they're irrelevant, bruv. They're such a small team. You know what I'm saying? But let's have it right. I'm sick and tired of it. I haven't even seen what else Enzo Mascara said, but before I do that, I want to run through some of these super minerals. Big up to everyone. Land your minerals, hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. Big up Texas Blue. He says, did you see Yes Man Mascara's comments about Chelsea not winning now? It's normal, for fuck's sake, standards below mud. This is the byproduct of Clown Lake, like I said. I have addressed it. Obviously, I haven't seen this. This was before, yeah? I don't accept that mentality. That's why I fight against it. I'm fighting against that mediocrity mentality, that just mid mindset, like Blueco 22 Midco Limited, their company, what it's called. Yeah, I'm done with mid. No. This is Chelsea, mate. Yeah, you have to raise your levels. You have to raise your standards. I looked at a lot of these players. They didn't really fight today. They didn't really up the intensity. It just was poor, lackluster, and you'll get punished. Doesn't matter who you play. You could be. Do you remember last season? We were 2-0 up against Sheffield United, who knew they were relegated, and we drew that game. Perfect example. Perfect example. We lost back-to-back games against Wolves last season. They had Pedro Neto, destroyed us. Brentford beat us, done a double on us. Look at the teams that are doing doubles on us. If we have that this season, and already we dropped points against Crystal Palace, I'm telling you now, forget top four, mate. And then what are you going to say? What's your excuses? I'm sick of excuses. What's the excuse for Enzo Fernandez today? Because he was shocking, mate. Yeah? The guys, he was playing balls. It was just going to their goalkeeper. He was just playing it out, playing passes out. It was just so lackluster. It was no purpose, no real, and this is my point. Enzo Mascara has to keep all these players happy, especially in the front line. So where are you going to build momentum and chemistry and consistency? Because most of these players have to play in the same positions. That's the problem he's got. But he hasn't got that. He hasn't got that luxury in the defence and in the midfield. Our midfield, bruv, bar Lavia, who else we got in that midfield? Let's be real about the situation. We literally got Enzo Casado and Lavia. That's it. Oh, sorry, I forgot about Wedding Hall, who didn't even get a sniff today. Why? That's Enzo's player. Why is he not playing him? He was saying in pre-season, Enzo, he's directing the players because he knows my system very well. Well, what system are we playing then? Because clearly we're not playing Enzo's system if Wedding Hall's not playing. Maresca's comments are a disgrace. And that is what he's been told and scripted to say, to get the supporters to just accept we're going to lose games. We're not Chelsea of old. It's exactly the carbon copy of what Pochettino was saying to us. It's exactly the same. Except he went one step ahead, going halfway through the season, mid-tables are reality at Chelsea. You remember the PR. What, you think I forget all this PR? It's a carbon copy. Because listen, results can't lie no more. It's a results game. The team is set up. This is your team now. This is your squad. And let's not forget how many players are surplus to requirements that are still at Chelsea. For example, Chilwell. You know, what happens to Broha when he comes back from so-called being injured? I think he faked his medical, bruv. Let's have it right. Didn't want to go. Thought, sod you lot. I don't blame him, bruv. Proper Chelsea, land it. Let's have it right. Big up Mike says, big up Johnny. Unless the fans start protesting with Clown Lake out banners, nothing will ever change. Every single one of us are sick to death of this. Now, I want to bring up something. Now, this has come from Vincey, Blue Footy, yeah? Who we all know that Egg Barley follows him on his Twitter account and subscribes to him. All right? And I've got the proof. And he denied it. It's bullshit. It's true. It's true. Absolute true. This guy will never go against Clown Lake. He'll never say anything negative. Well, today he wrote, you see our home fans, I mean, I'm speechless. They need to look at themselves too while looking at the players. Stamford Bridge has become very easy for teams to feel comfortable when even when Liverpool were poor before Rodgers, they weren't quite when losing, let alone drawing. They never stopped singing. We just feel entitled as Chelsea fans, like we sing when the team plays well, but won't sing when things aren't working. We can be better than this if we put our hearts to it. We should feel the responsibility of giving the team extra man, 12th man at home. Listen, let's have it right. It's a byproduct of 2 years of dross and capitulation, mate. Yeah. You don't go to games. So let's have it right. Respectfully, shut up. You ain't got a right to speak. If people are going to games and they want to speak about other supporters that go to games as well, that's a different discussion. But you ain't got no right to speak about supporters that go to the games, all right? If we want to sing Rona Branch, we want to sing Gallagher, like we were chanting Gallagher, everyone's getting their bee in the bonnet, getting all upset and sensitive about it, you little melts, yeah? Why? It's what it represents, bruv. He's a Chelsea common boy. We can sing him. We ain't singing any other chants, bruv. It's been dead for 2 years. We haven't been chanting these new players. We haven't made a chant for Potter, for Pochettino. Not even Enzo Mascara's got a chant. So where's all this? It's a byproduct, and this is basically, like I say, a byproduct of the results and the decision making and the disconnect between the Clown Lake ownership, the directors, the gaffer, the players, and the supporters. There is no recognition, mate. This ownership calls us customers. right? That's all they see us as customers. That's not it. You're buying a family, a culture. You're buying heritage. This is a community, bruv. This is not just equity merchantry. It's not a hedge fund, mate. Yeah, these clowns think that they've got no correlation. They don't want to have any leeway. They don't want to understand it. If they did, they would have replied to the Chelsea Supporters Trust, right? Who need to write a letter. In fact, We Are the Shed put out a tweet today saying they want to put a non-ultra form chanting area at Chelsea, right? No, fuck that non-ultra. We need ultras, bruv. We need ultras at Chelsea. Like Strasbourg ultras, Inter Milan. Look at all the European clubs. Look at their ultras, bruv. Yeah? We had the Chelsea headhunters, man. Look at it. It's dying breed now. Dying breed. They're about. But now the young'uns, man, we got to step it up, bruv. We got to step it up. We need to be vocal. And we do get behind the players. This is the joke, is that we do. But the bottom line is we can outright see what is on that pitch. Even if we were chanting, we'd be mugging ourselves off because it's so fucking bad. These clowns do not love the game of football. They don't even understand the game of football. So what makes you think that they're going to have the best interests of us supporters and of the club as a whole? No, it's a quick flip. That's what it is, to make money. Yeah, it's a quick flip. End of story. As far as I'm concerned, the more and more we put pressure, the more and more the players respond. Because there's no pressure from upstairs. There's no pressure from the gaffer. He's clearly coming out going, we're going to concede goals. You know, it's not the Chelsea of old. We're going to lose games, and we're not that Chelsea no more. Accept it and eat humble pie. No, bruv. We have to put pressure because Enzo Mascara's got no pressure. He hasn't even got pressure to get top 4 all of a sudden, right? When at the start of the season they're saying top 4 and Club World Cup. Now they want the Conference League because we made a point of that on the channel because they watch us. It's a bit right. Clown Lake watch us, bruv. Don't be stupid. Don't be naive, bruv. They watch all the platforms. Yeah, they got their little analyticals, all watching data, AI scouting, clipping, sending it, reporting it. You know what I'm saying? Putting it in their Clown Lake archives. Don't be naive to the situation, bruv. This is the brown envelope matrix. You know, they took down they were deleting my comments of my subscribers on my last stream. They were actually deleting comments. I don't delete comments. I've never deleted any comments. They were deleting comments. They were taking down comments for what reason, bro? To stop interaction, to stop growth. They don't want this channel to grow. So the more and more people in here supporting the channel, liking, subscribing, and commenting, it really does help, and it helps us fight against this brown envelope matrix that we're up against, which is predominantly and outright pushed and led by Clown Lake, because I'm the most anti-Clown Lake platform out there. There is no one else that speaks the way we speak. So they need to shut us up. That's what they do. But my point I was making is he come out and basically is lowering the standards. When we put pressure on the players and we put pressure, what does it make them go and do? Buy Neto, go and buy Felix, go and buy Jadon Sancho. Irrespective of their surplus, you know, what I said earlier on the stream about we're buying like sloppy seconds, we're buying surplus to requirements and all this. Irrespective, they're known names, they're established names. They weren't going down that route. They weren't going down that route. And all they had to do was just tweak their model, pop their cherry, break the wage structure, and get an Osimhen, go and get Diogo Costa or Bastoni, and then we look like we've got a core backbone of experienced generals to pull us through games when, like today, in the second half, we dip off. We don't have anything out in the locker, and we've got these generals to just lead us up and keep the intensity and keep the mindset and motivate these young players. These young players looking at other young players, and you're relying on Cole Palmer. It's not enough. You can't do that. It's not fair on Cole Palmer as well. He was so frustrated today, he literally kicked the ball at the advertising board, all right, out of frustration, because he was getting cut out of the game. He was getting nullified. He couldn't land his minerals. He wasn't getting the pockets. His teammates weren't working with him how they should be working. And he got a yellow card for it. And that's because he feels like he's let us down. Because I'll be real with you, Cole Palmer is carrying this football club. Cole Palmer is carrying this club and this team. And it shouldn't be like that after 1.5 billion spent. Wake up, smell the love out super glamour, and start saying it for what it is. because you look ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Big up Adam Rated. He says, fuck's sake, it's Crystal Palace. This is their first point this season and it's on the bridge. I would play in Kunku as striker till we get a proper finisher. Well, we ain't going to get a proper finisher. Who's our proper finisher going to be? They're going to try and get Osimhen in the January transfer window. He's still not going to lower his wages. So I don't even see that happening. I don't even see it happening. Otherwise, it would have happened already. So what top striker are we going to get? You had Ivan Toney there. Didn't want to go for him. You had good careers you could go and get. No, I'm not going to do it. So, like I say to everyone, this is a bad result. People going, oh, I'm you know, it's not the end of the world. It's a bad result because we should be beating this team and getting 3 points, and as we need as many points as possible early on to help us at the back end of the season to get top 4. End of story, bruv. Big up to Michael. He says, did you see Vince Bluefoot's tweet basically slagging off all fans and have gone to the game for not for not being positive? I've just called that out. Big up to you, my geezer. I've just called that out. Adam Ray says 1.5 billion and we can't figure out a starting 11. It's not that he can't figure it out. He said he's got too many players to keep happy. He has to keep these players happy. Do you think Neto, João Felix are going to be happy to just sit on the bench? Because Jadon Sancho's here now. Do you think Nkunku's happy that Jackson's starting every game and he's not starting? You're going to have problems with just the attack. And we haven't even started on who's going to get injuries, what's the midfield like, a few bad results again, and the pressure mounts on, and the vibes ain't right. The vibes behind the scenes are a shambles anyway. I don't believe that it's all toxic positivity. It's wonderful there. No, it ain't. It's just toxic. It's divided. If there's no pressure from the top, then why should there be pressure on the pitch? The only ones that put pressure is the supporters. Our supporters have been infiltrated, like I say, by the prawn-eating sandwich merchants, the tourists, if you like, the ones that are paying astronomical prices for tickets for these clown lakes that are outpricing locals because they want to make the pound note. And they don't know the heritage of the club. They don't know chance. They don't know, it's just, they're not there. They're just there to talk, do a little TikTok, do a little Instagram story, film the whole fucking game. Like we've got all these vloggers in the ground and all this jazz. It's just a joke, man. Instead of vlogging, instead of doing your Instagrams and all this crap, fucking support the team, yeah? Come on, chant. Nah, bruv. The only ones that chant is the Shed End and Matthew Harding. Everywhere else is just, unless we scored a goal, get up, clap. It's dead, bruv. It's gone. It's the power has swayed, and the supporters have given the power to the ownership. They're controlling everything. They're happy. They don't care. They're getting their pound notes. What are they worried about? They don't care. Their project's coming together. You still got these mid-directors employed. You got their gaffer. You got all these players. They're running their model, and no one kicks up a fuss. But yet Enzo Fernandez, for whatever reason, he's playing 90 minutes after 90 minutes and giving the captain's armband. That is a representation of this ownership. It's a shambles, bruv. It's an absolute disgrace. The only way you get supporters on side is when they can believe in something or they feel like we are moving towards something. Every time you think we're going forward, we take 20 steps back. And then they restart again. They sack the manager. They're a budget Roman, man. They'll never be Don Roman. They'll never be Don Roman. They'll never have the minerals to be Don Roman. So Egg Barley and Meatloaf Bowley, stop going out of dressing room. You don't have that effect. You just don't have it. You really don't. You ain't got the capability and power to go and take a player's kidnapped father and rescue them, bruv. You know what I'm saying? You'll be too busy signing under 15-year-olds. You know what I mean? What are we doing here, bruv? Big up Adam Ray says, Vahalovic, Gyökeres. Yeah, facts. I think Vahalovic would have been a good signing. He's lethal in the box. But Gyökeres, like I say, he's a bit of a pit bull. I think there is a real player in Gyökeres. His record in Sporting Lisbon speaks for itself, but it's not a very strong league. Amorin, this gaffer we were meant to be linked with, he rejected us. Another one, like McKenna, Enrique, and all these guys. Why are they rejecting us? Because, like Nagelsmann said, this project's not for football. It's not for football. It's just purely monetary, mate. Yeah? Purely monetary, bro. And that's a great point, Hanad. Yeah? That's a really good point, mate. The players themselves don't respect the ownership. They're just laughing at them like the clowns that they are, going, thank you very much for paying me my 160 grand a week for 8 years. I'm only 20 years old. I'm only 23 years old. A lot of these players are 23, 24. That's not young, bruv. That's not young. We had Kai Havertz at 19 and Mason Mount at 20 winning the Champions League for us. That's young. That's super youth talent. Yeah? These players are 23 going on 24, bruv. Yeah? They switch the narrative and they move the goalposts wherever they want, bruv. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players, they what's there to respect, bruv? They know what's going on behind the scenes. Have you seen the training sessions in the gym? It's like a Reading Festival. It's like Glastonbury, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is, bruv. Yeah. Big up Adam. He says, what I know is that Alahi fans did not go to the stadium as protest, and the next day Al-Ahly negotiated Osimhen, then finalised Tony. Osimhen didn't want to go to Saudi. His agent wanted him to go because he wanted the payout. But Osimhen didn't want to go there. He wants to stay in European football. He wants to win Champions League. He wanted to come to Premier League. We wouldn't pay the money. It's all about the money, money, money. It's not about the price tag. Yeah, it is about the price tag. Let's have it right. It is about the price tag. It's about the wage structure. So when you say it's not about the money and Clown Lake are loaded and they're Daddy Warbucks, mate, this Daddy Warbucks is tight as you like, mate. It's tight as Sloshpot Wet's rear end, mate. Yeah, with a little blue light in it. You know? You know what I mean? They've got Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, bruv. Madness, mate. Madness. We can't even match Napoli's wages. We lowballed the geezer. And he's not that desperate to go, oh, I'm going to come to you for less wages and sign. You want me to sign a 6-year deal? Jog on, mate. What do you think? I'm stupid? Do they think Osimhen's that desperate? Osimhen's sitting on 300 grand a week in Naples, living in Italy, landing it, sipping on his cocktails, eating his pasta and veal. He's probably eating milk-fed veal, you know, baby veal, yeah? Lovely chops, you know what I'm saying? He's got his lovely sauces there. He's having his pastrami's. He's got everything there ready. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to sign that. He knows he's got a get out clause in January. He's sorted, mate. Don't worry about Osimhen, mate. My concern is about Chelsea. Yeah. But don't let the PR Happy Meals. Yeah. Don't let the PR Happy Meals blindside everyone. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Does this look familiar, by the way? Let me get it up. Does this look familiar, by the way? Where's the midfield? Where's the midfield, bruv? People come at Pochettino. Do you not just think that it's just the players? Are people like not going to wake up and go, maybe it's just the players aren't good? Maybe the players just haven't got the IQ. Maybe they're not all on Cole Palmer's IQ. Maybe we just don't have the players to play the football that we've been PR'd of possession based and what Enzo wants. And maybe we just don't have the players to win a trophy, mate, and be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Stop coming at the gaffer and maybe come at the players And then you beg on your knees to support the players. See, Vincey, he's broadcasting it for Barley. Let's have it right. Siri Merchant. He's probably sent him a DM saying, "Can you put this tweet out? We need the supporters to be more loud because they're really like not they're lackluster. Because we don't believe in what you're doing. You're in your third season, and we got dross like this. Look at the state of that midfield. Look at the tactics there. How are you supposed to play? Look, Crystal Palace are just laughing, bruv. That's at home. It's a joke. That is as open midfield as Sloshpot Wet. I mean, that is a huge, that is Salik's pit in Jabba the Hutt. Yeah? Look how many players are in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 dicks there. 7 dicks in Sloshpot there. 7 dicks in that hole there in the middle of the park. Yeah? What's the tactics there? What are the tactics? Where's the inverted nonsense? Where's all the horizontal and verticals and the inverts? Where? I don't see it. I don't see horizontals there. I see a gaping hole. Bruv. Like it's the Bermuda Triangle, but let's have it right. It's not a triangle, this one. This one's a circle here, mate. Yeah? It's all a myth, innit? All this inverted stuff's a myth. Absolute myth. Absolute myth. It's a gaping hole, bruv. Absolutely gaping. I mean, look, you know what? You know what a train is, don't you? You know what a train is? We're going to run a train on you. Yeah? Come on. What are we doing here? So yeah, I had to show that because I saw that and I thought, oh my God. Now, the XG philosophy says Chelsea 2.42 XG, Crystal Palace 0.36, and we draw the game 1-1. What does that tell you for going into your third season, 5th transfer window? Buy a world-class striker to kill these chances off. You didn't do it, you penny-pinching clowns. Because it doesn't fit our model, the beachhead, the streamline, the multi-club, the low wage structure, high profitability, Red Bull model, Seagull Merchants model. Yeah. You know, it's just like, jog on, mate. Yeah, jog on. Big up to Kindergarten FC account. He says, Johnny, look at this draft. Look at us compared to Man City. And we're meant to be copying City. So look at this. Look at this, guys. How many millions of pounds each Premier League side spent on transfers in the summer window? Man City has spent 21 million, bruv. We've spent 219. Look at Liverpool. You see, Liverpool, Man City, and although the Liverpool supporters are always on the case of FSG. Well, this is definitely, we've named 6 things that we've learned, haven't we? Old Benson and Edges. We've named a few more things than 6, I would say. A lot more than 6 things that we've learned today, haven't we? This is how we roll on the Minerals FC, because we're not PR merchants here. Yeah? We're say it as it is merchants. And that seems to rattle feathers. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I do apologise. I actually apologise for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing to apologise for. So yeah, like more facts, bruv. More facts, guys. Yeah, smash the like button. Always facts landing. You had Toothpick Jacobs coming out about Osimhen. And he's basically saying the situation is very clear. Victor expressed his absolute desire to not stay or play for Napoli. We tried to make him happy. As sporting director. Well, it wasn't about Napoli and Chelsea. It was about Osimhen's personal terms. End of story, bruv. Yeah. Do you remember Dean CFC account? Very pro Pochettino, very pro Clown Lake. He came out and said Chelsea were one of the most informed teams at the end of last season. We won 5 straight games, lost 1 in 12 while facing Man City, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Tottenham, and Arsenal. So have it right, because if you remember, Pochettino said, I'm not going to be a yes man. I'm going to play my team. I'm dropping Enzo Fernandez because, oh, yeah, let's have it right. He was playing with a hernia, wasn't he? And you didn't want to do that operation. Nah. Disasi had a hernia during pre-season, yet he was boxing. So make it make sense. And we're now losing to Servette with a strong group and struggling today against the Palace side, who've just lost all their best players. This summer is unacceptable. I don't give a fuck if it's a new system. These players are far better than the shit we watched today, and it's up to this new manager to sort it out. And I beg to differ, son. I beg to differ. I don't think the players are as good as you lot think. And that's why we're struggling even more, because the gaffer's not that good and the players ain't that good. Match made in heaven, isn't it? Holy matrimony, isn't it? It's like Drewsbury Wedding Hall and Enzo Mascara. He doesn't play him. And I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong here. But this is the mentality now. This is the mentality. Now I want to show you Siri Merchant. Yeah, let's show you Siri Merchant. Yeah. Trying to be Don Roman, yeah. Mr. He's come through his rat tunnel like the rat he is. Yeah. Don't forget the rat tunnel at Stamford Bridge. Yeah. That they built so that they can go into the dressing room, and all you see him do is come out of the dressing room. You don't see how they get in the dressing room, but you see him come out of the dressing room. We didn't take 3 points, but playing like the way we did today, I think we will win games. Oh, right. That's great. You think we'll win games? You'll think we'll win games. So that's where we are, Ultras. That is where we are. Poch was right. And I think he's ex-Spursy. And they recruited him. And he went against the owners and he called them out. And he said about their project. He said their project is, needs. I don't want excuses of young players. I don't want excuses of injuries. In other words, sort your medical team out and stop buying kids and give me some experience. And let me keep Conor Gallagher. Let me keep Thiago Silva. Let me keep Trev Chalobah, who I was getting a tune and a balance in the team for us to go on a consistent run. Nah, you're out the door. Part ways. He couldn't last 1 year under Clown Lake, lasted 5 years under Levy. Yeah, tells you everything you need to know. And that's Spursy we're talking about here, the biggest bottle jobs in the history of football. Yeah. So all these wrong uns that are toxic positivity, be very careful what you digest from them. Be very careful, because people are still going, it's a process. Oh, we can see ourselves getting better. All I'm seeing is the same inconsistencies, the same issues, the glaring deficiencies that haven't been addressed for yet another transfer window, and not bringing the quality back. You know what I'm saying? Bringing us absolute top quality to help the young talent that we got. Because like Pep Guardiola says, you can't win everything. You can't win anything with kids. And that's a fact. But listen, big up to everyone in here. We're going to be doing more streams. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you go and land your minerals on all the other streams that we've done. And smash a like and a comment now. I'm sure there's going to be more PR Happy Meals flying about. You know? Exactly. When it's going to shit, oh, it's a process. We've got to trust it. We've got to be patient. I'm done. Don't tell me patience. Don't you tell me to be patient, yeah? Or any of us supporters to be patient. No patience this season. Top 4, Conference League, bare minimum. In fact, Conference League and an FA Cup. Let's have it right. We got Borough next, yeah? Let's go. Why not? Why not? We've spent 1.5 billion. I hope Frank LeBouf's landed it. If he's landed it, I'll do a reaction to that. We've got International Week now. load of dross. So that's going to just kill everything. But there's going to be plenty of PR flying about. So we're going to expose that. We'll do some reactions to Frank LeBoeuf if he's landed it on ESPN. Let's see what John Obi Mikel, what Mikel's he's going to take the piss out of. And maybe he's going to fire shots at Jackson, which I'm all for it, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But big up to everyone in here. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. And I like to say, I'll be back tomorrow.
Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
It is absolutely ridiculous. So, salute ultras. We'll land it with our Don Roman. And as always, let's have it right. Up the CHELS, up the Minerals FC. Salute to our Don Roman. Clown Lake out. And let's bring our elite standards and elite mentality back to this football club. And the only ones that can do that is the supporters. No one else. And anyone who's pushing this toxic positivity or trying to, they're all excuses FC. Yeah. Let's mud them all. Yeah. Expose them. And remember, ultras, go and infiltrate on all the other platforms as bad for your ears and your eyes it is. All right. It's poisonous. But we need you to land your comments. So respect to everyone. Suit Don Roman. And I'm out of here. Let's have it right. And salute our Chelsea old boys, have it right. We see things they'll never see, just like the Goons will never see what we've seen, bro. Up the Chelsea, up Mills FC. It's exactly as we drew it up, guys. It's exactly as we drew it up. Yeah. Let's have it right. Clown Lake out.